Good morning, students. Today we will start lesson number 7, Chandni of an Alien Hen. So let's start. Once there lived an old man in Almora. His name was Abu Khan. He kept a few goats as pets. He would give each of them a funny name. Abu Khan was, however, a little unlucky. Very often at night, one of the goats would break the string and go up the hills. It was so because the goats loved freedom. His goats were of the best hill breed. Goats in the hilly regions hate being tied to trees or poles, but this freedom cost them their lives. They were eaten by an old wolf who lived in the hills. जब भी अबू खान की गोट डिसअपेयर होती थी या गायब हो जाती तो अबू खान बहुत ही दुखी हो जाता था. ही डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड वाई इवन द जूशियस ग्रास एंड ग्रेन्स दैट ही गेव दैम एंड ऑल द लव दैट ही showered on them would not stop these unfortunate goats from running straight into the jaws of death. उसको ये समझ में नहीं आता था कि मैं इतना जूसी ग्रास देता हूँ, ग्रेन्स देता हूँ, फिर भी इतना प्यार शावर करता हूँ, फिर भी वो लोग मुझे छोड़ के क्यों जाना चाहती है. आर दिस गोट्स मैड? वो सोच रहा था क्या ये गोट्स पागल हैं? क्या इतना फ्रीडम को वो लाइक करती है कि वो इतना स्ट्रगल करते हैं, हार्डशिप करते हैं कि डेथ तक पहुंच जाते हैं. अबू खान कुडन सॉल्व द मिस्ट्री. अबू खान ये मिस्ट्री सॉल्व नहीं कर पाता था. वन डे when all his goats had gone, Abu Khan became very sad. He decided to have no more goats as pets. However, he changed his mind soon after. It was so because without the goats he became very lonely. Now he bought a very young goat. He thought it would stay with him much longer. He decided to love that goat so much that it would never go away. So he bought a pretty young goat. He named it Chandni. Chandni lived with Abu Khan for several years, but when it also felt the urge of going up the hills, she ran towards them, but the rope would stop her, so she began to hate the rope around her neck. Every morning, Chandni watched the hilltops bathed in the sunlight. How beautiful those hills are, she thought. How refreshing the breeze that blows through them, and how lovely to run across those green hills. She ran towards the hill but had to stop with her jug. The rope around her neck wouldn't let her go any further, so she hated that rope. Soon she stopped eating the grass. She also stopped listening to Abu Khan's stories with interest. She became very thin and unhappy. Abu Khan did not understand her problem. At last, Chandni decided to speak to him frankly. She asked him to let her go to the hills. Now, Abu Khan understood Chandni's problem. He told Chandni of the danger of death if she went up. Chandni said that she would fight the wolf with her horns. Abu Khan told her that it was impossible. He told her about her sister Kalua, who was the size of a deer, yet she was eaten up by the wolf. Chandni still wanted to go up to the hills. Abu Khan was very annoyed. He loved Chandni and wanted to save her life, so he shut her in a small hut. But he forgot to close the window. That very night, Chandni escaped through the window to the hills. Chandni reached the hills. She enjoyed her freedom. Chandni felt that it was the happiest day of her life. She played for hours on the grassy hills. She met a herd of wild goats. They asked her to join their group, but Chandni refused. She wanted to enjoy her new freedom by herself. Then there was night, there was stillness all around. In that silence, Chandni heard the voice of a wolf. She was frightened. For once, she thought of going back to Abu Khan. Then she decided against it. Death in an open field is far better than life in a small hut. The wolf now stood face to face with Chandni. Chandni saw that she was very small compared to the wolf. Yet she did not lose heart. I must put up a good fight, Chandni thought. She fought because she had to retain her freedom at all costs. Success or failure was a matter of luck or chance. Chandni fought very bravely. They fought each other all night, but the first ray of the sun saw Chandni dead. She was lying on the ground in a pool of blood. The wolf was getting ready to eat her. A group of birds had watched the fight. Most of them thought that the wolf had won. However, a wise old bird declared that Chandni was the winner.